It's time once again to get up close with Master Detailer Brian Skibo.
Welcome to Skibo Services. Today what we have here is a truck from NBC Connecticut, Channel 30. They do all the news in the Hartford area. And this truck is going to be featured in the convention center for a trade show. It's going to be all kinds of different things for people to look at, more like a touch-up truck thing, so people see behind the scenes what goes on. And what I want to do today is clean it up. These trucks are really on the road all the time, all over the state, all kinds of weather, so they get really bad. I mean, really filthy and dirty. So to do these trucks, they're all vinyl. Okay, you have this is all vinyl, all the lettering. And what you do to this, you don't really want to buff it, hard. You want to just run over the wheel, just to clean it up. You don't want to get down to, because you'll burn it, and it'll distort the vinyl. So we'll be cleaning that up today. Doing all the rims, the tires, all in here. There's mud spattered everywhere. Driven by multiple of people throughout the work week. Okay, now we're inside the broadcasting van, and all the equipment here is displayed, and this gets used heavily, and it gets dirty. And so what we do is we wipe everything down. Try not to touch a lot of the controls because I was told not to play with that. It could mess something up. But you just generally wipe things down. Got a little work table here, and the floor gets dirty. So you want to clean that up. Up front here, you have the reporters that report live on the scene. Since this truck is going to be on public display, you want to clean up the whole area, clean all the dust and dirt and whatnot, and clean any stains out of the seats, so it's very presentable. So that's what we do here with the Channel 30 vehicles. All right, now it's time to go to work. Clean it up, make it look good. The first thing we're going to start off with is cleaning the vehicle. Now I just basically wiped it down, basically gave it a good bath, and what I usually do is I just take some cleaner, some degreaser, and I wipe all around the wheel wells, get all that dust off from the spatter from driving around all over the state. And now that it's had a good bath, now that we've pretty much washed the vehicle down, and just a general wash. Again, this is all vinyl. The white here is just a regular white van. So you got to be careful too when cleaning this, because this will peel off if you're not careful. So after we washed it, now it's time for a light buffing. And what I mean by a light buffing is the surface has been cleaned, and now we're going to prepare for a little shine, to give the vinyl a little shine. And this is basically more of like a wax polish. And I put it on in a nice light skin coat. And from there, we'll just take my buffer, and I usually run my buffer about 1400 RPM. And I go over it nice and lightly. Again, I'm not pressing hard. Just let the machine do all the work. And that's really for doing vinyl like that. And this also is the same thing when you're doing boats. You have all those big graphics on those offshore racing boats. You want to make sure, you don't want to burn through. And you wipe it down, and that's pretty much it. This is looking shinier. It looks good. It's protected. And that's what you do for the vinyl. For the paint too, pretty much the same thing. You want to wax it, clean it up good with the polisher, and that's all you really need to do with these vehicles, because they're just it's a big vehicle with a lot of wrap on it. So we'll wrap that up too. Okay, we're back inside the truck here, and what I'm doing now is just generally wiping down the equipment, and at the same time not to mess around with their switches, because they have them set for different things, and I was told not to go crazy playing with the switches. So we just generally wipe them down. These are on the road, the vehicle's on the road all day, every day, and they get dirty, and it affects the equipment, the connections, so you want to make sure everything is working good. There's no sand inside the knobs, you get that rough, you got to clean it up and make it look presentable. It's your workspace. This is what a lot of reporters do. All their reporting live here. So you want to have things not only look good, but perform well too. And nice work surface, you want to clean this up, wipe it down. You got the flat screen monitors, you want to wipe them down. If things get dusty, you're on the road, you're reporting live in a construction site somewhere, you know, it's a really dusty environment. So you want to just make it clean. And then what I do later on is I lightly take an air compressor, I blow everything down, because dust gets everywhere. So you lightly blow everything down, not too hard of a pressure. You don't want to damage anything. So that's what we generally do on the inside here, as well as the floor. Again, not get the floor slick. Okay, just wipe it down. This penny flooring here is made to be durable and so you don't slip around. So that's how that works. Okay, here we are in the engine area, and this is another dirty section. This is, again, these vehicles are on the road, you know, 6-7 days a week, reporting all over the state. So you want to have it generally cleaned up. This way too, not only is it going to be clean so it looks good, you really don't see it, but it performs well. These vehicles got to be very reliable, and if something does happen, you want the mechanic to get in there and fix it, not looking like, you know, he's got to go through a grease pit to find out what's wrong. It's clean, you open up the hood, the mechanic can work on it, whatever he's got to do, and plus it's going to make the vehicle run a little cooler too. It looks nice, and it's just, you know, we got to keep it looking good, in and out. So that's what we do on the engine compartment. Okay, now we're on top of the vehicle, and this is your satellite dish. This is where we receive a lot of signals. And basically, what I do for this too is we also clean this, but you got to be careful. You don't want to knock anything out of adjustment and put the wrong type of cleaner. What I mean by that is you want to have a bunch of silicone on the satellite dish, because that will distort the signal. So I got to clean it with, you know, a nice degreaser and wipe it down with generally a damp rag, and that's all good to go. These get hammered with all kinds of bugs driving and all kinds of debris and whatnot, and so you want to clean that up too, so it not only look good but perform as well as, you know, as it should. So that's what I do up here a little bit. Again, we got Channel 30 News here. We do all their vehicles. And if you'd like anything else done, whether it be your own everyday driver car, your boat, airplane, pretty much Skibo Services, we do it all. If it rolls or moves, we got you covered. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thanks for watching Skibo Services, online at dancingdetailer.com.